This placement means that we may yell, fight, and even scream, but when it's all said and done, we're still a team. So that Bonnie and Clyde type energy that they tried to put out in that video is very much something that's in that relationship and that is alive and well. Now, Lilith conjunct Venus. Now, it shows that the Venus partner is infatuated with Lilith. They're infatuated with this person. It brings out the lust in the relationship. It brings out a whole bunch of promiscuous type behavior. And so if we add the first aspect with if you're on it, I'm on it, and then we put promiscuous behavior as a group into that, then guess what that means? It means that there are other people being involved in this thing. And not only that, it shows that one partner, particularly Beyonce, may not necessarily be down with the festivities, but they will allow it. They will get with the extras, all in order to control the other person. Which is funny when you look at that whole Rihanna situation. I know you got a little side chick, but she didn't play her role. She violated. She ran her mouth. I was going to let you have that. I was going to let you deal with her on the side. But she had to make that album. She had to make anti. She had to make anti. And she had to go off about me. So now you got to cut that off. And now we got Solange in the elevator going postal because she didn't brought in defense now. Why? Because you violated the rules. But it was something that she allowed to go on. So she may not necessarily be down with everything that Mr. Carter's on. But in order to control him, in order to keep him around, she gonna go along with it. The next thing is Lilith conjunct Neptune when we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're talking about peanut butter and jelly here. And one of the things that we questioned about Jay-Z is how did he not see that she was out here doing whatever, shaking on the stage and all of this? It is because Jay-Z doesn't see her as she actually is. When you deal with that Neptune wants to see it the way I want to see it. Everybody else might see a well-paid thought singer, but I see a wife. I see a queen. I'm seeing what I want to see. And so Jay-Z doesn't see that wilder side of her, that Lilith. Because Lilith means that I wild out. I get rebellious too. But also, this talks about drugs. This talks about sex being like a drug. This talks about people who could be mixing sexual activities in with drugs. And it's funny because Beyonce's chart points to possible drug use. Beyonce's chart points to possible alcohol use. And it's real funny that back about 10 years ago, she put out a song talking about being what? Drunk in love. So we got this person that's comparing love and sex to drugs. Literally, it's in the song. And one of the funny lines in that song from what we were just talking about, because we were just talking about someone who was experimenting with other people in that bedroom. One of those is, she says she's singing to her boy toys on the mic. I listened to that song and I said, that's funny. I just saw in this particular aspect, you were inviting other people into the bedroom, and now you're saying that you sing to those particular boy toys on the mic. So it's real funny that they have this relationship that's like drugs, that's like addiction, where the sex can be addicting, where the interaction can be addicting. And we got this lust going on. And these are all things that Jaguar Wright pointed out and said that Beyonce goes so far with it. Beyonce is so off the chain with it that if she says anything about me, if she wants to bring up that lawsuit, if she send those lawyers to me, she gonna be indicting herself, which means that Jaguar Wright got some dirt on Beyonce. And there is an alleged video that was circulating before Jaguar Wright even came on the scene. And so there was someone popular who's no longer here who hinted at the fact that there could be a video of said activities. And so if Beyonce decides to send that lawyer, if Mr. Carter decides to send that lawyer, it could end up backfiring and both of them could be going away in cuffs. But Drunk on Love and all of this being in the chart All of this is spot on, and I love finding it. Now let's take a deeper look at Jaguar Wright. The first thing that you notice when you go into her chart, she has a stellium. That's 3 personal planets in one particular sign. So she has the sun in Taurus, the moon in Taurus, and Mercury in Taurus. That is the most stubborn position in the zodiac that you could ever choose to fight against. This is a stubborn person. She believes that the industry took her child. She gonna keep fighting. And it's funny that these people who are in the industry have knowledge of astrology, but obviously they didn't consult the right one. Because if I had been an astrologer and I saw Mr. Jay-Z, Mr. Carter was going up against this lineup, I would have told him it's time to stand down, Captain. It's time for you to jump off the ship or else we all sinking. But on top of that, she's stubborn. She has good common sense. She believes what she believes, and no one is going to change that. And then we have the fighter aspect. The cherry on top. We got Mars and Aries. That's a born fighter. That's someone that came out the room swinging and fighting and throwing uppercuts and throwing punches. That's somebody who came out the womb wild and they was ready for the smoke. Jaguar Wright says this.
You got to know how to fight, and you got to know how to be strong.
And then she says this.
Listen to me. I'm the chick that my boys would call if they needed to get up or get out of the house.
Jaguar Wright never backed down. She never backed up. She's a fighter. And she says that she fights. She knows how to fight. She's strong. She is not going to cower down if you bring the pressure. In fact, bringing the pressure, bringing the smoke is more likely to get you in a chimney, smoking stove type of situation. So, this is the reason why she fought so hard. This is the reason why 10 years later, this woman is still going hard. It's because Taurus is stubborn. But Taurus and earth signs also have longevity. They don't back down easy. They're going to fight you to the very end. Mars and Aries is going to give you hell, up, down, and left and right, until it's done. Until it's time to stop fighting. And they might get in some extra punches just because now they in a punching mood. And with that Taurus backing it, she might keep going for a few days. So, that's the reason why Jaguar Wright never stopped saying what she was saying. That's why she kept going on for a decade straight. Even when y'all said she was crazy. Even when Vlad came out and he was being the culture vulture of the year. She never backed down from him. She never backed down from them. She never got afraid. And even if she was afraid, she kept going anyway. And so with that being said, even though I don't look at her as an innocent, I do applaud the fact that she came out and she told the truth. Jaguar Wright is a fighter. And there are 2 more things that need to be said about Jaguar Wright. Lilith in Gemini is possibly the worst person to pick a fight with. You know why? Because Lilith in Gemini can spread that rumor, can put out that information, can put out that gossip, and it will bing, hit the target. No matter if it takes 5, 10, 15 years, just like Jaguar Wright. Lilith in Gemini is a person that can put that mouthpiece on you and it ain't going to go away. Even if today, and I don't believe Jaguar Wright is lying at all, but let's just say she was. Even if it turned out that was a complete lie, what she said has stuck because it got proven true about Diddy. So that stuff about Jay-Z, that ain't going to go away because that's been brewing for a while anyway. But it's not going to go away. Lilith in Gemini knows how to start the rumor. So this was the wrong person to pick a fight with. If I had been Jay-Z's astrologer, I'd have said, hey, bro, pay her off, make her go away. But don't let this thing grow. Don't fight this too much, bro. This is going to go bad on you. And it's going bad on him. And it's going bad on Beyonce. And it's in the 3rd house. The 3rd house deals with communication. Gemini. So twice over, this woman has the ability to say something and people perceive it and it's going to run. It's going to grow legs. This is not a battle you want to fight. And she's a pissed off mama who done lost her child. This is not a battle you want to fight, bro. This is a crafty one. Now, the final thing that I will say to Miss Wright, if Jaguar Wright ever sees this, please be careful when you travel. Because you have Uranus in the 8th house. And there's a person who had something similar and something happened to them. So Miss Wright, be careful out there telling the truth. She has these positions and this stuff is not going away. And I just want to say good job to her. Even though you may not be an innocent, even though you may have had some kind of involvement here, you told the people the truth. And that much I respect. Peace.